and getting an update from emergency officials there, and we'll bring that to you. I'll stream it live on Facebook, and we'll hopefully be able to get it on air as well. For now, reporting live in Manatee County, I'm Lauren St. Germain for ABC Action News.
All right, thank you, Lauren. We are continuing to change conditions all across the Bay Area. We've been telling you that we've got crews everywhere, all throughout the Bay Area and beyond.
We have ABC Action News reporter Kumasi Aaron joining us now live from the Crown Plaza Hotel Shore. A little backstory on this, Kumasi. People evacuated to there. It's in a mandatory evacuation zone, and now they're trying to figure out if they should just get out of Dodge and leave.
Yeah, I actually talked to one man a little while ago, told me he just wanted to stay here as long as he possibly could, and now he's headed to North Tampa. But the majority of people that we saw here in this hotel throughout the weekend are deciding to weather the storm in this hotel, knowing this is a mandatory evacuation zone. I want to just show you what the conditions look like right now. Throughout the morning, we've seen a little more rain, a little more wind here, and of course expecting much more to come. But inside the hotel, it's quiet right now. A lot of people, when we shot this video, were asleep, but you can see the preparations that the staff of this hotel has in place waiting for Irma. They have the doors taped so that people can't go outside to those outdoor areas. They have tape on the windows. They have the floodgates up because they told us they are expecting this area to flood. We're within walking distance of the bay, so they're expecting water here. They're expecting to lose power, so they're doing all that they can to get the people who have decided to ride out the storm here educated as to what is the procedure in place for when things happen. They have a meeting here at the hotel at noon. It's mandatory for everyone who's decided to stay. You have to sign a waiver. They're going over everything, like what'll happen with the elevators, what'll happen with the stairwell, where can you find flashlights if you need to get around. So that is mandatory for everyone who's decided to stay here and weather out the storm. It's a lot of people. Yesterday they had free dinner for people who were staying here, and the dining room was full. So it'll be a lot of people here at the Crown Plaza riding out Irma, and hopefully everyone will be safe. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kumasi. Be safe out there. Meanwhile, more counties across the Bay Area are beginning to see wind and rain. Even in the Tampa Bay area, we're seeing what Greg says is now a constant, steady rainfall. He says expect these conditions, throughout. As this storm gets closer, he's not going to let up at all.
Right, they're going to persist. So what you're seeing out there now, it's not going to get any better until the storm passes. Let's check in now with ABC Action News reporter Nick Saletti, who joins us live with conditions on Bayshore Boulevard. Nick, what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, so right here, the rain is starting to fall a little harder. Those winds are picking up. This is iconic Bayshore Boulevard here in South Tampa. It's a neighborhood so many people love, and this is the reason why. These beautiful homes here, but I have to show you, a lot of them have been boarded up. You see that plywood covering the windows. A lot of these folks aren't taking any chances. They want to make sure that their homes and all of their belongings stay as safe as possible. Now, this is evacuation zone A, so this is one of the areas that now has mandatory evacuations here in Hillsborough County. So we spoke to a few people who live here, and they said they want to make sure that they get out and get to someplace safe. Now, I've lived here in Florida for 6 years now. I spent 6 years of my life here. I've been through some storms before, but nothing this intense. And I have to tell you, as someone who has lived in the state, that is what I think is different about Irma, is that people realize the potential intensity of this, and they don't want to take any chances. They want to make sure they're staying safe. And as we look here at Bayshore, sure, we are seeing some cars drive by, but for a Sunday morning, it is very quiet. This street is usually very busy with people jogging, with moms walking their babies in strollers, people walking their dogs. Looks like we see some police up here, too. We've seen a few people jogging and running this morning, but again, for the most part, this has been very quiet. Quite a drastic change from what a typical Sunday is like. We're going to cross the street in just a second. I want to let this car pass by. As I mentioned earlier, though, the winds are picking up. The rain getting a little bit harder right now. Thankfully, these folks have their headlights on. They have their wipers going to make sure that they stay safe and do everything that they can to be safe on the roads. As we've said before, if you don't have to be out here, it's a good thing to just stay at home if you can. We're looking at the palm trees, too. See those wave a little bit. I want to, speaking of palm trees, I saw this when I was walking one of these palm fronds here. I mean, this is very minor damage here. This could happen in a thunderstorm situation or something like that. But people know that this is the least of their worries here in Tampa along the water here. Very, very So we look here. I mean, this is why people fear. This is why beautiful water view. But people know that this water could potentially be dangerous, even deadly with that. So thankfully, a lot of these folks evacuating, going to safer places just to make sure that they are out of harm's way. But we will continue to stay here in South Tampa off of Bayshore to monitor the conditions for everybody. And hopefully everybody just stays safe. But even behind me right now, we see a few people running and walking. So a few stragglers out here trying to see. Let's, if we can, I don't know how much we have. I'm going to see if maybe we can talk to a few people. As I mentioned, we have seen a few people running, walking. I'm sorry to bug you. Can I talk to you real quick? Hi, Nick from ABC Action News. Sorry to bug you. Can I ask you, do you live around this area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is your family planning to evacuate?
I live in Land O'Lakes, so we're not from Tampa.
Yeah, because this is evacuation zone A. So are you aware that there are mandatory evacuation orders in place?
Sir.
Okay. Are you and your family going to head to a safer place soon?
I don't know. They are talking about it, so we haven't really made a...
I apologize to put you on the spot here, too. Do you guys have a plan in place even for your home? Because as we've covered extensively throughout the morning and all day yesterday,